they allowed Common to express his hip hop roots.
Yeah.
And through his delivery of the character, all of it worked really well to deliver like a great backstory to what's going on with their society. Yeah.
Well, what's good, everybody? This is Blaze Reviews. We're bringing you all the latest movie reviews from a higher perspective. I'm Kay.
And I'm Mad Rick.
And today, we want to give a special shout out to Houston Film Fanatics for letting us see this movie a little bit early. And hey, if you haven't heard of Houston Film Fanatics, they're just like me and you. They love getting high off movies. And they do a lot of things such as contests, giveaways, movie reviews. So, I mean, even if you aren't from Houston, you can still find a lot of enjoyment from their website. So we're going to leave a link in the description below. Feel free to check them out if you love movies just like we do. But as for today, the movie we're reviewing, we got a chance to take a hit of a little bit early. And it's the latest animated movie by Karey Kirkpatrick, and that movie being Smallfoot. And Smallfoot follows a young Yeti named Migo, and who lives at the top of the tallest mountain, which is other Yeti community, who live in peace until one day a strange plane crashes, and out comes a mysterious creature known only in legend as the Smallfoot. So Migo goes back to his people and tells them like, hey, I found this mysterious creature named Smallfoot, but unfortunately for him, nobody believes him and thinks he's full of shit. So now Migos and another society who specializes in finding the Smallfoot tries to help him out to find out that Smallfoot really does exist, so he can prove to the community once and for all that he's not crazy. So I mean, going into this movie, like, what was your expectations for? Like, did you get any kind of buzz?
Well, going into it, my expectation was that they would hit on some more mature notes than usual film movies. I was thinking more of the longs of Text Handled, or Tangled.
Yeah.
More of the longs of that, where they would subvert some of our expectations of the genre.
Well, I'm glad you thought that, because I thought nothing from this movie.
Yeah, no. And that's totally understandable, because after the first preview, I said, okay, maybe they're gonna go kiddie with this. Yeah. So
I mean, from the trailer, I just thought it was gonna be a pure kiddie movie. All they did was like show like the physical gags and stuff over and over.
That's true. That's true.
And the trailers did like a terrible job of getting my expectations from here to here.
That's true.
They went from here to
That's
here.
true.
But I mean, what's Karey Kirkpatrick really has no real directorial experience neither.
Right.
I think like the only thing he really directed was like that terrible Eddie Murphy movie back in the day.
Yeah,
so.
1,000 Words. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have a like all-star cast kind of though. They got Channing Tatum. They got
Channing Tatum's money. Yeah.
Josh Corden, Common, Zendaya. So I mean, they're all, but it's just their voices. So
Right.
Can't really expect nothing from them
Right.
in that aspect. But maybe Kirkpatrick did a good job of taking Smallfoot and turning it into something more than just a kiddie movie. But at the same time, he could have just made this movie just straight for kids and blew my high completely.
Right.
But hey, that's why we're here to tell you whether or not we got a good high from this movie or not, and let you know whether you should be blazing to go see this movie. So, I mean, right off the bat, let's get into some of the highs we got from this movie. What was the first high you got from taking a hit of Smallfoot?
Well, the animation was a huge high. So my standard of living when it comes to animation is the Ash Side movies, based by Blue Sky Entertainment, I believe.
Yeah.
They're kind of independent, but this movie had a lot of that Looney Tunes style animation timing that the old school Looney Tunes had.
Yeah.
And so that combined with the really good animation of the fur on the
fur looked like it was almost practical effects.
Yeah. You whisper over to me like, yo, this Phantom is really good. I was like, yo, this animation overall is really good in the beginning.
Yeah.
So that really drew me in. So I wasn't down on the movie to begin with. What about you?
Oh yeah, I mean visually, this movie I think is one of the most beautiful animated movies we got this year for sure. Like the fur, like I just said, looked like actual like cotton or something.
Yeah, no, I agree. They didn't just go with a straight hair thing. They went with more of the coiled and curly furs with different characters and stuff, because they were like woolly mammoth style characters. Yeah,
and they gave it like a lot of life too. Like it just wasn't just standing still. Like the wind was blowing and you could see the fur moving actually and stuff. So that was like the first hit we got. I mean, the first high we got from taking a hit of this movie and stuff. So I mean, like second hit, I guess. I think like the performances in the movie were pretty good and stuff.
I agree. The performances, along with the way the story carried out, they didn't force that perspective, that humor, that performance humor, that physical comedy. They didn't force it. It was a lot tied into how the character was, especially with the gong. We won't talk too much about the gong, but
I mean, it's not really that big.
Right. Well, I mean, in the gong part of the storyline, they talked about how the main character, how he was part of that gong storyline, and it was legitimately funny, but it had to do with the character's role.
Yeah.
And so I think you talked about how the roles didn't fall off too much from the character.
Yeah. Cause like the gong aspect, I would say, kind of like at Sarsha's party, how they had sung that song every morning and stuff. There was like a gong thing where they had to wake up the sun every morning with the gong. Yeah. And that was Channing Tatum, and his father's was Daddy DeVito's character.
Not everything has to be as rated R as Sarsha's party.
Yeah.
But you can bring it in terms of the storytelling and the ideas you want to get through. You can bring it in on a more like PG level.
Yeah. And even though Sausage Party was like a rated R movie, it still had a solid message.
Oh, absolutely. Sausage Party was amazing. Yeah. Absolutely.
And I think this movie, even though it wasn't as raunchy as Sausage Party, it had a good story to go along with the aspect of the movie.
They really zoned in on the characters. Something I get really down on in movies like this is that they go too much on the human character and not enough on what the gimmick of the movie is.
And this movie obviously the gimmick is going to be the Yetis and stuff.
Right.
Even though it's called Smallfoot, you want to go see the Yetis.
Well, it's Smallfoot, but it's Smallfoot from their spaghetti.
Yeah.
From their spaghetti. So right, exactly. So it's from their perspective. So you stick with their perspective throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, because normally you just get like that one side of the story where it's like, the Yetis think this way and stuff like that. But they did a good job of incorporating the Yeti side of the story and then the human side of the story, and then making it come together as one cohesive story all together. And like you understood both sides of the story. Cause we're not getting into the spoilers or anything like that, but you get into like the why each character did what they did and stuff like that.
The motivations are very clear. Yeah, at the end of the day. Did you have any downers for this movie?
I mean, this movie does, like we said about the expectation part, it has a lot of physical humor and stuff. And like a lot of movies like Teen Titans Go, even like a lot of kids movies.
I'll go back to the fundamentals. This movie was produced by Warner Brothers Animation. And Warner Brothers produces I believe they own the rights to Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
So that's the epitome of musical comedy.
Yeah. And this movie did a great job, I thought, of putting physical comedy to actual good use and stuff. They didn't just like stop the story just to have some running gag with people getting hurt and stuff like that. Every physical joke that they have in the movie flowed into the story. Right.
And I was in a very rare instance with movies that are meant for such a young audience. I was laughing throughout like the entire thing. Yeah, I was not sleeping. I was not leaving. I was like, let me see where this goes.
Yeah. Because typically whenever they get to like a fart joke or something, I'm just like, okay, I'm immediately out of the movie.
Oh man,
it started off with a fart joke.
When I get to a fart joke or anything, I'm out. Like I literally leave.
Like the movie automatically goes one rating down for you, basically.
But this one, I was like, oh wow, like I was really laughing. I was really along with the main character, Migo, played by Channing Tatum. I was really along with his journey. They didn't really go too much into the human part. Yeah. They stuck with him. They stuck with him and the Venom character, and then went back up the mountain, and it was all good. So.
But this thing also did like other stuff in the movies, like music aspects of the movie. Whenever most animated movies do musicals, it's fucking terrible. Yeah. Like it's all forced and stuff, but I never felt like this movie had forced music numbers and stuff. All the music parts were like told exposition and told properly and stuff.
Right. To me, it went back to that exposition of the first exposition film, A Lion King, where it felt like it had place. It was still a little bit entertaining, but it had its place in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like when we saw Teen Titans Go earlier this year, every musical number I thought in that movie was forced, and they ruined all like story elements.
Yeah, they shut the movie down just to
like, hey, we need a musical number and stuff. And then after the musical number, you're like, what the hell is even going on anymore? But this one didn't do that. I would compare this one in terms of music aspects to like Moana. If you've seen Moana, the music just flows perfectly into music. And I hate movies that include music. I agree. But I love Moana. Right. I love the music in this one. So. That's a great surprise I got. A great high I got from it and stuff.
I'll say this: Channing Tatum was like performance in the more musical parts.
Hey, he was actually good.
I was like, wow, like he's actually holding up, not only holding up his end of the bargain, but he's really carrying the presence of this character through this musical part. Yeah.
But I think the best music performance though has to come from like Common though.
And my goodness, like he delivered.
Yeah, he delivered. Yeah. Like the Yetis, they always had this one belief that they always followed and stuff. And like all the community always thought this one way and stuff, but Common's character was the leader of the tribe or whatever, so of course he knew some secrets that nobody else knew. And then when like they explained that part, I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. It's delivered well. Yeah, it's delivered well.
Like you start clapping and stuff and snapping all through that.
Dude, I was so
like you
hyped
were like
for
a
that
poetry
part.
jam session.
I did not expect, like, because usually in these musical movies they go more like operatic with it, and they never go like hip hop with it. But in this one, they allow Common.
Yeah.
They allow Common to express his hip hop roots.
Yeah.
And through his delivery of the character, all of it worked really well to deliver like a great backstory to what's going on with their society. Yeah.
I mean, like that was pretty much the best part of the movie. I think it's like one thing right
Yeah,
there.
I kind of leaned over to him. I was like, yo, like this musical part is like one of the best musical pieces of a movie I've ever seen. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can't really sing the songs and nothing like that because it's just the story part, but like it was well done and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, did you get any other highs from this movie?
That was about it. You know, the characters with Mama's musical, that was it. Yeah.
And they were all pretty much funny too. Like every actor and stuff did great in this job.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like, I didn't feel like anybody let us down.
Yeah, like I saw LeBron James in this movie. I was like, okay, he's gonna be the worst part of this movie. But his character, I thought, was actually the funny part. One of the funnier.
Right, he was one of the believers, right?
Yeah, the SES or whatever it's called. The Smallfoot exists, suckers, as they say in the trailer. It stands for something else in the movie, but I just don't remember what it is right now. Right. But yeah, he was great. Even the other character, I don't remember his name.
If we can get into the ratings, I didn't have any downers of this. At the end of the day, I gotta give this like it squeaked in higher than a motherfucker because I thought it was better than Zootopia. Zootopia kind of hit us over the head with the message. Yeah. But I thought this kind of allowed us to experience the message and experience the character's journey. Yeah. Better than Zootopia. And so to me, this one it squeaked in higher as a motherfucker.
Yeah, like we compare this like to Zootopia and Sausage Party a lot, but Sausage Party I thought was more just one-sided when it came to the story.
It was heavy-handed.
It was more just the vegetable side of it. I mean, the food side of it. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't really know what the humans was like their thoughts and stuff like going into it. But for this one, they showed the Yeti side of the story. They showed the humans part. And James Corden, he did very good. He was good as I didn't know who he was the whole movie. I was just like, they make us turn our phone off during the screenings and stuff. Right. But I was like, damn, I gotta see who's playing this human character. He's really good, and he was a real standout in the movie for me. But going into it, I was like, there's no way this movie's gonna be anything but some Reggie. And then as the movie went on, I was like, this is a good worth a hit. But then I was like, I gotta wait till the ending happens, and the ending did not disappoint. Didn't ruin the movie or nothing like that. So, based on like what we just said today and stuff, I got to give it a higher than a motherfucker as well. This is probably one of the better animated movies I think we saw.
Absolutely, I would put it on the level of Incredibles 2, Frozen. I mean, it really goes in that next stratosphere. I think it's better than Zootopia. Zootopia is very good, very solid, but this isn't as heavy-handed in the beginning, but it ends up delivering in the later parts, and it has a message for the young people.
I mean, the young and the old people, basically.
Well, I mean, the younger people, they were kind of talking during the first half.
Yeah, like what the joke parts. And
right, stuff, like. But during the second half, they were kind of quiet because they were able to internalize. Yeah.
Because once like we said about the Common song part, like once his part hit, the tone in like the theater ever changed. Like no kid, every kid.
It was more traditional. It was more traumatic. Yeah, it was more dramatic.
And I think that's like a great sign of a good movie and stuff like that. But I agree. Hey, that's just our high opinion. What we really want to know is, what did you guys think about Smallfoot? Did you guys get a good high from Smallfoot? Are you excited to even see Smallfoot? I know not a lot of people are talking about it, but I think if you have kids, go take them to see this. You will love it probably, and they'll get a good kick out of it as well. But if you love getting high off movies just like we do, make sure you hit that comment section below. Let us know what you thought about Smallfoot. And hey, we're going to give another shout out to Houston Film Fanatics. So thanks for letting us see this movie early. And if you love movies just like we and they do, check out the link in the description below. But hey, if you love what we're doing here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share this video and give it a like. I'm Kay.
And I'm A. Rick.
And always remember, blaze it.